All right, so now we are ready to press our cookie cutters into our dough. So I've got the shape of an egg, so I'm going to try that. And I've got the shape of a flower for springtime. A butterfly. A bunny. These are all things that we love about spring and Easter time. And when you get your cookies, I keep calling them cookies, they're not cookies, don't eat these, they won't taste good. When you get them all cut out, I'm gonna do mostly Easter eggs, I think, and a few of the others. Last few. Butterfly and a flower. And you want to try and fit as many on here as you can. Can my bunny fit? Look at that. It'll fit right in that little spot. Perfect. Now once you've got them cut out like that, then for me, I'm going to make these into ornaments so I can hang them up. And so I'm going to use my straw to poke a hole. Let's see if I can get that to come out. Look at that. If you squeeze, so when you poke your hole with your straw, if you leave the straw in there and you squeeze the straw and kind of turn it sideways, it'll pull that little piece of dough right out. So you've got a nice little hole for your ornament if you want it to be an ornament. Hopefully that all come out the bottom of my straw there. Oops. Turn it sideways a little bit. Oh, that one doesn't want to come out. Wiggle it around a little bit. Uh-oh. Might get some dough stuck in your straw. It happens. There we go. Yeah, this last little bit of dough is not wanting to come out. All right, so we'll get holes poked in all of those. Get a pan, get these put on there and get them ready to go in the oven. So I recommend peeling away the dough. Oh, I just heard my oven's ready. It beeped at me. I recommend pulling away the dough that you're not using first. And we can make a nice little neat pile of that right there on the side. Then once we pop these in the oven, then we'll be ready to roll out our dough again that we have remaining and make more ornaments. This would be fun to do at Christmas time too. You could do different shapes at Christmas time. And I think that I'm going to get a spatula to scrape these off the bottom so I don't mess up the sides of my cookies. All right, so I've got my spatula here, and I would use a pretty thin metal one, probably would work the best, so you can get underneath of these and not mess up your shape. And you can see about how thin or thick, whatever you want to call it, my dough is. Hopefully that will work really well. And we'll just place those on the pan and get them ready to go into the oven. Right, make a few more holes. Alrighty. Done. All right, all of those done now. Get these put on the pan. And then when you get these all baked and you get them out of the oven, then you can decorate them however you would like to decorate them. Make them all kinds of pretty colors. Put some sparkles on them if you want. Whatever you want to do. All right, there we go. And we are all set to put them in the oven. And boys and girls, this is the part that your mommy and daddy have to do, not you, because the ovens are very hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven. And they are going to cook for 1 to 2 hours. That is a long time, but we're gonna set our timer. Here we go. On for 1 hour, and we will check it in 1 hour. All right, we'll see what they look like in an hour. All right, boys and girls, the alarm on my oven just went off, so let's see what our ornaments look like after an hour of baking. So you can see that they're pretty dried out, but, and you got to be really careful, let your mommy and daddy do this, but if you look on the side here, you can see that that is not, it's a different color. See how that's still the color of the dough and this top part is white? I think it needs to cook a little bit longer. So we're gonna put it in for that extra hour and see what they look like in another hour. And we'll check back. Oops. Alrighty. All right, boys and girls, so our 2 hours is up. And when I looked in the oven a few minutes ago, I still noticed that the under portion of our ornaments was still the same kind or same color as the dough was, and it was still a little mushy. So I decided to flip them over and put them in the oven for a little while longer. So that's what we're doing right now. So we're gonna let those cook again. And really it depends on how thick your ornaments are, how big they are, all of that. So your time that you put them in the oven is going to be probably different from how long mine have cooked. But so far mine have been in the oven for 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, but the idea is to have them completely dried out. You don't want to have any part of them that is mushy. And boys and girls, you want to be careful when you're working with an oven. You can see that when I push on that, it's pretty mushy. So we don't want it to be mushy. So we're going to keep it in there for a little while longer. All right, I think these are starting to get where we want them, but they are still a little bit. See how light colored those are on the one side and how yellow they still are on this side? So I think that we are going to leave those in for a little while longer. We'll try another, no, maybe we'll try another hour. So they're not completely white on the top, but they are definitely hard. So I think that we will be okay. They're hot, so be very careful when you're pulling these out of the oven. I think I'm gonna let mine cool, and then we'll be able to decorate. All right, there we go. All right, boys and girls, we are ready to decorate our eggs. I've got my paint all set. And I've chosen to mix some light colored Easter colors and got some water to rinse my brush out with and a paintbrush. So we are all set. Let's get started. All right, boys and girls, there's my first egg that I decorated. I put some sprinkles on mine. You can try that if you want, but that's what it looks like. And you guys can decorate your eggs however you want with whatever colors you want. Have fun with it.
All right, boys and girls, wasn't that fun making salt dough Easter eggs? I hope you enjoyed it. Now, when you're done with your Easter eggs and you're done decorating them, if your mommy and daddy wants to hold on to them for a while, they need to spray them or coat them with something like this sealer. You can use clear glaze finish or like Mod Podge, something that you can get in a craft store, but you can set them aside until all of this craziness is done with the virus, and do this at a later date so you can keep them for a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed doing this craft. I know I enjoyed it. And I hope that you make some good memories for Easter. Have a great Easter. We miss you and we love you. Bye.